Come on, man, Pawn.
I'm on. I actually really should just start the VOD right there. I think I'm going to.
Yes.
So yeah, as anybody tuning in on the VODs is finding out, Manbon is not here still.
Damn it.
Sorry, man. I can't control him. Nobody can. But in the top right of the map, we have on game number 4 of this evening, it is our green Terran player. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, Raupadi. Which we could simply refer to as Rau, I think.
Raupadi. Yes.
Or Ru. Let's just call him Ru.
I, however, have an easier job of introducing the player in the bottom left. It's our yellow Terran, Ghost Gambit.
Actually, might just call him Green. I don't know if there's any way I can say his name that is like not
That
wrong.
green guy, yes.
Mr. R. There we go. But yeah, anyway, so this is Overgrowth. This is one of those maps that actually has been pretty common in WCS. This is not something that a lot of people veto. I think it shows up in a lot of series.
It's a very. I like it. I like this map.
Yeah, it's pretty
I enjoy
straightforward.
playing on this map. Natural isn't so bad. Third is still out of,
Third's annoying. Definitely.
It's still kind of got a hole here. You can makeshift defend. I mean, it's good for force fields over there in that small choke. But
that is true. You can force a fight to occur by this ramp up here, which is pretty nice for you, and by this choke, which is also okay if you build the right buildings. But yeah, I mean, see, Mr. R is checking out this third location pretty thoroughly. I don't think he's watching for anything from Ghost though.
Ooh, have a proxy command center.
Proxy command center. This is usually definitely done so you can build SCVs very close to your opponent and attack him with the. No, it's not. We know why he's doing this. We know why he's doing this. There's the gas plopping down. Mr. R is going to take up the banner of those who strive to cheese in one of the most hilarious ways possible. It's a planetary fortress. Attack incoming. Meanwhile, back over in Ghost Gambit space, we see him opening with a Reaper. Yeah, he's getting a Reaper. It's looking pretty normal. Except he's getting a second gas. That's not normal. So what do you think he's doing? Any guess yet? You gonna throw down? Gonna make a bet? Throw down your money?
Opening Reaper. Does he want to mass them? I mean, he's got 2 gases. It's not just 1 gas, so this can't be just a single Reaper.
No, he could. Yeah, maybe he's going Mass Raven. I don't know.
There's a second Reaper.
Yeah.
So far, the Mass Reaper theory holds.
You're gonna hold off and making a bet until you know.
Well, I don't have anything to bet, so.
No, we're just betting for fake esports dollars at this point. All
Fake
the esports
esports
dollars that I've
dollars.
ever made, which is currently 0, by the way.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, I've made.
Uh-oh.
There's something really nasty I could say. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. So here's the problem. Sometimes when you go for the planetary fortress flush at the front of their base, you get there and you discover that there are things that could have stood under the planetary fortress and dropped it and prevented it from dropping, but did not successfully do that. Planetary fortress going up. What is a unit that Ghost is apparently forced to make, which cannot kill planetaries very well? It's a Reaper. So let me ask you this question. On paper, who wins this? Actually, it's generally the Reaper guy, because if he's smart, he just runs around the map and kills everything at the guy's base.
Yeah.
But he didn't do that in this situation. If he didn't do that, and if Planetary Fortress doesn't kill him right away, who wins this game? I have no fucking clue. This is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. All I can say is those 2 Reapers didn't get to accomplish anything. They just died.
Oh no, Planetary Fortress.
Flying everywhere. 4 SCVs running to the front being like, okay, we gotta make sure this lives. And this guy's like, nope. Not doing it. Now, here's the problem with planetary fortresses. When you think of it, the problem with planetary fortresses is it can't shoot up.
And not only that, they do not move once you
and can't shoot up high ground. So if you build them away from the ramp, they cannot do anything to things at the ramp. So naturally, that means you have to build another one.
Obviously, right in your opponent's face is the best place to do it.
Now, the thing is, this particular Fun Day Monday topic does not actually require that he keep doing that. If you want to be a completely insane person, you can keep Planetary Fortress rushing after you've done it the first time. But in reality, all he has to do is do it once, and then he can move on. The downside is that this puts him behind in tech. That is the one thing that Ghost definitely has in his favor. Not that he's going to get any other kinds of tech. Not anytime soon. He's getting a lot of barracks and a lot of Reapers, but the problem is back home he can get, by now, maybe a Marine too. There's going to be a lot of Reapers coming at him pretty soon.
There'll be a lot of Reapers, yes, and the planetaries don't, yep, once they're placed, that's kind of the end of that, especially if you don't have one in your own base.
Nope. And I gotta say, this is a kind of a rough position to be, like, sitting here, though, thinking about this. The Reapers, when you get them in a decent number, they actually dominate early and mid-game against most things. If the person rushes for a Banshee, you're kind of in trouble. No doubt about that.
Oh, for sure.
But I actually don't know if there's any other conditions on this that allows him to build anything else at any point in this game. But there is a factory.
There is a factory, indeed.
So I'm not sure what the factory is for. It might actually just be for upgrades. But trying to remember if you actually need that to build an armory. Brain's a little fuzzy at the moment.
I think, yeah, you do have to step up to armory from factory, if I can...
Okay, so that might be all it's for.
Right.
Because he's not building anything out of it, and he's not building add-ons.
Yep, he's only pulling Reapers in. He's got 3, 4, 5,
Just
6,
the R,
7.
being nice in BM, just gonna go straight up mine from this his opponent's natural. Is also proxy building the rest of his infrastructure. It looks like he doesn't want to build anything back in his base other than this one barracks.
So, Mr. Ghost Gambit is going to be surprised to find that his opponent's base has in fact moved to his natural.
Now, unfortunately, Mr. R having essentially, area of effect damage hurts, but doesn't kill anything. I don't know what that noise was I just made. I am real sorry about that. But yeah, one of the problems with this is you're not mass Planetary Fortress rushing. You're just Planetary Fortress rushing. So if Mr. R is given enough time, he gets things that insta-kill Reapers.
Yes.
Or things that fly, and Ghost is in a little bit of trouble. Thankfully that hasn't happened yet, and he comes home to discover, oh, most of your infrastructure is in here and there's no defenses. Haha, that's unfortunate for you. Marines get obliterated immediately because that many guys with double pistols hurts real hard, presently, even if they don't do a lot of damage. Of course, all the buildings are like, well, we can just lift off, you can't do anything about that, but the SCVs are like, no, don't murder us all, you horrible person, why? Why? That guy had a family, why would you do that?
The hard-working individual, stand-up Dominion citizen.
No!
Oh, and these Reapers, yeah, they're a lot faster than
Nope.
SCVs.
You can't outrun Reapers. Almost nothing does except for speedlings. Now this is the rough moment in your life as Mr. R, and that is you got to bring your SCVs someplace where they're safe, perhaps protected by an enormous structure that cannot move. And thankfully, he expanded to his opponent's natural, so he's got that location. Fortunately for him, it hasn't occurred to his opponent yet to jump down to the small cliff point down here where there's no planetary fortress. So, thankfully, Mr. R's economy is for now safe.
Yes, and that orbital he had back in his main base is moving. And
Now, who needs a main base when you've got your opponent's natural?
Right, and he's going to be moving it over, or he's going to be constructing a command center at his opponent's third. And all these Reapers can do is watch the buildings fly by and go, huh.
Well, that's too bad. There's a bunker up here now, too, which is also unfortunate. We've got Marauders starting to appear, which take a lot more hits before they die. Like, this is turning into a rough situation. There's a Widow Mine. Is he allowed to build those? I guess he is. There might have been a rule that they established that said after a certain period of time you're allowed to build something else. Because, to be honest, when you're going Mass Reaper, if you don't kill them by a certain period of time, you just die.
Yeah. Once things in the air or things that are better against Reapers come out, Reapers.
But as we can see, he is apparently not limited to that, as a Widow Mine has come out, Banshee has come out, and this is actually kind of a problem for Mr. R. As you can see, he's got nothing that shoots up other than these two, were they Marines back here? Yep, this bunker.
Yep, these Marauders are proceeding to get shredded.
For some reason, the Banshee's actually going to get to work on the Planetary Fortress, which will probably get repaired at some point, maybe. Let's see.
Tank's gonna siege up and realize he still can't do anything about it.
Nope. He's like, okay, I can't shoot up. I'm not Sergeant Hammer. Only she can do that.
Yes, yes.
Sergeant Hammer equipped with the best tank in Heroes. I mean, in StarCraft from Heroes. He's actually capable of shooting mutalisks, as we discover whenever you're playing Scar. Okay, enough talking about MOBAs. I know some of you are like, lynch him! Lynch him!
Lynch him, somebody.
He's talking about other games! Ah!
So, we do have 2 missile turrets coming up, but the second those Banshees realize...
Yep. They're like, nope, can't let you do that, kid.
Or they let them finish, and suddenly we have anti-air.
He's not focused, he's not controlling it, he's gonna get it, no! How much time does that have left on it? Like literally 2 seconds, and they're like, everybody, we can make it happen! Oh, and they secure the peace. Unfortunately, this guy's still working away this planetary fortress, just like, hey, anybody gonna heal me at some point? Anybody? Oh, look, there's a couple SCVs have finally noticed.
Yes, and one Marine valiantly sacrifices his life, realizing that the gun definitely does not kill Banshee.
No.
Another one lining up, and also losing his life.
Boom, boom.
First day at the academy.
Banshee's finally realized what's going on. He's like, I should probably kill these little things that are repairing the big thing that I want to kill.
Say first day out of the academy, they send you out and they say, shoot at that giant thing, firing missiles in your face. And they'll die.
They didn't get to lesson 2, which was move out of its range, where it finishes construction. So the Reapers have shown up, some of them. The rest are still in the top left corner of the map, and this is a pretty scary situation for Ghost. I mean, Siege Tank's pretty good against Reapers, as you can see here. It's pretty hard to do much with them. You have to get literally right on top of them, get in a melee range, or they don't have much health, so they don't kind of die. There's a cool Banshee up there, though. It doesn't matter that much that he's got a Marine to shoot at it. It's only one Marine, and the Siege Tank problem has been fixed.
Taken care of nicely.
Our Reapers have finally moved to the gold base. We're gonna hang out here, have tea, talk about their dinner plans. I think consider doing something about the Mr. R's army at some point, but they're not there yet. They're not there. It's early planning stages. They're currently having meetings about what the attack could look like. And then they got to run it past the board. It's a long process, man.
Hey, you know, God had 7 days to build the world.
Yeah, right.
And
I mean, they should at least get 7 minutes to decide how they're
right. I mean, you can't just throw an attack in.
It looks like the decision has been made. They're just going to check and see if there's a base here and then attack. There's no base down there. Luckily, this is an orbital, not a planetary fortress, so they're going to obliterate literally everything except for that because it's going to lift off once it can. By the way, a lot of Reapers actually can kill buildings pretty quickly. You need a lot of them, but they can do it. They're going to get this barracks. The barracks doesn't realize they can lift. Lift the barracks. Lift the barracks. Don't lift the barracks. It's fine. Just don't do it. That's okay. It's all right. Orbital, on the other hand, is like, whoa, that's not happening to me.
Like nobody's graduating from that academy class.
No. So now we're discovering a weakness in Mr. R's infrastructure, namely that there's no planetary fortress on the right side. Clearly, he had to build more planetary fortresses.
Obviously. I mean, it's like cowbell. The only answer is more.
Yeah. Now, it also helps him a little bit that Ghost is deciding to move a little bit into the planetary fortress range, but he's thought wisely not to do this anymore. He's killed the factory, which can build his hated enemy, the siege tank. And now he's just going to kill off the tech labs that build things that die slightly slower than Marines. Which, there they are. By the way, Reaper's a good unit. And now he's going to start messing with this engineering bay, which kind of looks like it should be able to lift off, but it doesn't do that.
It used to. It did in StarCraft 1. It does not anymore.
They took that functionality off, I'm sure, for a good reason.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Reason.
Yeah, maybe. More Reapers kind of hanging out in the main base up here. Banshee also chilling up here, and it looks like you got kind of a stalemate going on.
A little bit. They're kind of staring at each other, going, "Okay, so we're both clearly advanced past the Monday stage. Now what?"
Well, it looks like Ghost's decision is to, well, you know, I've got units that only shoot at the ground. I need units that only shoot at the air unless I land them. Vikings are my solution. Some floating buildings. I would just build mines, but they can't shoot buildings, so that's a little bit of a problem.
Yes. got a Reaper cloud hanging out of the bottom of the cliff. Talking about exactly how they're gonna.
No, they can't. They can't just float back up into the base. There's no entrance here. It's just not. Other maps have got these fancy little points you can just jump into the left side of the main weapons. Don't have that here, so they got to jump past the planetary fortress, which is now actually an enormous problem for this army. What they don't know is that they really could just be getting work done with this gold base.
Oh, the planetary's gonna wipe out.
Woo! Loses one of the turrets right there, so you can actually get to work on this from the left side. Not that it will matter, because 2 SCVs will come over and help repair the DPS of the Banshee. But, nonetheless, more Banshees coming out.
Oh, Banshees.
Mr.
Yes.
R building up his army. You would never know that he started in the top right-hand corner if it were not for these,
Yes.
not for these extractors.
Yep.
Refineries.
I was gonna correct you, but I thought, no, maybe that's okay. Pick him up right. He's on monster right now.
By the way, apparently the planetary fortress also doesn't reach back this far. We've finally seen this weakness exploited. Talked about it earlier in the game. It would be really unfortunate if he ever brought anything down here, and he did. There's now no mining going on at this base, but luckily he is.
Yep, this barracks finally cancels what it's doing and lifts off, allowing the Reapers to target other things automatically. The SCV's just gonna watch the missile turret burn down.
Now the unfortunate problem here is there is now a unit that shoots air, as well as a unit that cloaks. So if you can get rid of this turret right here, you can finally take care of this thing. Maybe it's gonna land over on the other side. Be like, fine, I'll go on the other side of the building.
Mass repair going down on this orbital. These SCVs are really trying to get it as fast as they can.
These 2 Vikings over here, we got non-stop action in this game, in the sense that these 2 Vikings are just totally demolishing this building that could lift up and get out of the way, but it's not a bother. And then we have 2 empty bunkers protecting this base, this gold base up here, which is like, everybody here is like, guys, just want you to know, there's nobody here to protect us. So if I die, please bring this message, not to my loved ones, but to my cat. I really love my cat.
Love my cat. Nothing about my wife, though. I mean, I love the cat more.
Let's just say that particular SCV doesn't have the greatest friendly situation. Right? By the way, this orbital command has just taken one for the team for some reason. I don't know. It's a shame. There's the hair dryer, by the way. But okay, this has finally been cleaned up. Finally, Ghost, 24 minutes, 50-ish seconds into the game, has essentially secured his natural.
Yes, and
Ooh.
he's floating a pretty crazy bank. He could construct a command center, but why would he do that?
And again, looking at this matchup on paper, you expect that if the Reaper guy doesn't win right away, he probably doesn't win. It probably doesn't happen. But, things don't always go the way you expect them to. Because Ghost has now got himself back into this game. He doesn't know about this gold base, though, and that's actually very scary for him. His opponent has a lot of money that he could potentially spend at some point.
All these SCVs just hiding behind the mineral line, hoping that nothing will see them. Finally getting to work. Early coffee break.
Yep.
That was a lot of death going on. They needed a moment.
It's like, man, that guy and his cat. Well, actually, that guy and his cat's over here at the school base. But, just like a joke. Could have been at the other base. It's one guy wanted to write a letter to his cat.
Yeah. No, Billy. No.
So the Reaper guy built air units. Yes, he didn't stay truly devoted to the concept of building Reapers forever, but that's okay. It's okay. Another player did this. So the SCVs are once again discovering that they wish they could fly.
Gotta believe.
And the rest of them are like, why didn't you load us into the building?
They believe they can fly.
Well, now they're dead.
They can believe that they can touch the sky. These Vikings are gonna make short work of this already burning command center. The Reapers are gonna move down. They're gonna find this other.
There's so much DPS in this army, but we've got 2 bunkers here. If there's enough SCV repair going on, Ghost can actually hold this off. There's a siege tank that's appeared. He's gonna get off a couple shots. Reapers have noticed this though, and they're going to respond. Repair in the bunker. Needs to get repair in the bunker. Repair the bunker. Go.
No.
Destroy. No. Lost bunker number 1. Oh, we still got bunker number 2. see if he's gonna repair that one. He's gathering everything by the bunker. They're gonna huddle nearby. Unfortunately, he needs to bring this SC supply depot down so we can actually surround it with the SCVs. There's no repair going on. No repair happening. No, Mr. R.
No.
Mr. R.
Like, there's not going to be many people to get word back to the kittens.
Mr. Willis says, I think this is JJ Low. And that is the end. Game 4.
And that was it.